Morning, guys. We're here in Kelvingrove Park, looking ahead to the championships on Friday, the qualifiers. You landed last week. You competed over the weekend at North Berwick. How have things been going so far?
Just upward trending, I think. It's once you get here, it's the landing, it's the getting adjusted to the time, weather. Fortunately, the weather's just improving constantly, so a lot like back home.
Yeah.
So that's been nice.
Yeah. No, we've been steadily getting better and better as the week progresses. It started from a very good point from where we were in Canada, and then it's progressing forward. So we're quite happy.
Yeah, and we've got some slightly unseasonable weather for Glasgow here. How are you feeling about the sun on the pipes and the instruments so far today? And it's going to get a bit hotter over the week. What are you sort of doing to combat that?
The usual things, probably what most other bands are doing, practicing in different time in the sun and shade. But like I said, this is pretty close to home. We're used to competing in 30+ degree weather.
Yeah. So we just played one contest that was over 100 degrees. So.
You could say you've got an edge over some of the Scottish and the Irish bands here.
I don't know about that. We have the secret, yes.
Yeah.
We're not giving it up on camera.
We've got a little bit of a tan coming in.
And so, we've been away for 2 years. What's the last sort of 2 years been like? And over the last 2 years, you probably were sort of preparing for 2020. Selecting your tunes, putting your sets together. Are you using the same sets as you were planning on using then? What's evolved over the last 2 years? What have you been up to keep up to speed, keep everyone on the button?
I think kind of most like a lot of other groups. So there's some content the same, some stuff is brand new, some's been switched a little bit. Developed some other stuff as well, just in the background, and really just trying to keep the guys engaged and together and motivated and maintain the camaraderie that's in the band. So we were doing a lot of the Zoom.
It was a long 2 years.
Yeah. It was a long 2 years.
2 years without performing,
So. Yeah. And when did you sort of first manage to get back out competing?
Just this summer, really.
Yeah. We actually got together kind of sporadically in September of last year.
Yeah.
So this is 21, and it was kind of on and off because of the lockdown situations in Canada. So they were on, they were off, they were on, they were off. So then I guess at the end of the beginning of the year, that's when we kind of started to get more.
Yeah, about February, March.
February,
March is when some, and the borders opened up a bit more too.
Yeah.
We have some American and international players as well, so that made it a lot easier too to practice.
And what's it like to finally be back in Glasgow after, since
Absolutely
since 2019, first World since 2019?
Absolutely spectacular.
It's nice to be anywhere else, but Glasgow is a highlight for sure.
Yeah. And in terms of this whole week, we've got a fantastic festival of piping on at the Piping Centre and the venues. What's the sort of the best part of the week for you apart from playing, and what do you look forward to the most?
Every day.
We were actually talking about that in the flats. It's like, this is awesome. You wake up, you practice, you have lunch, you practice, have a couple pints and dinner together and all that. It's ultimately it's the opportunity to just be back at it and playing constantly and building on something that with a good group of people.
We have a really good group of people. They're it's like a big family, So.
Yeah, and so the World is the only 2-day competition for you guys. How does the preparation for that differ? Obviously, you don't find out until sort of towards the last minute what you're gonna play. How does your preparation differ for that? Is it any different to a normal 1-day competition?
Not particularly, because this week we're kind of just going every day.
Yeah.
So you try and replicate your timings, get people adjusted to waking up a bit earlier in the morning. We're on early, so the guys have to get up a bit earlier, but we're kind of just doing it. So Friday, Saturday will be another day.
Yeah.
First on.
First on.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks a lot for talking to us. Best of luck
Pleasure,
for the
brother.
weekend.
I appreciate it
and
very much.
Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the weather.
Absolutely.
While it lasts. Thanks for bringing it with you.
Our pleasure. Thanks very
We'll
much.
try and bring it next year as well.